Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the White Roots Recap here on Patreon with us, Jade and XD.
Oh, hello.
We have finally made it to the season finale of season 4, and when I tell you she did not disappoint, okay?
I just
Oh, honey.
It was a football game. It was a soccer game happening in my room when I was watching this. It was me cheering.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
it was Trump getting voted out. It was so many. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was, and
gruesome
kind
and
of not at the same time.
Right?
Yeah.
Then I had to go inward and say, well, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, same. I was like, ooh, honey.
A lot,
out
but
that
it's
brown
fine.
leather couch.
We all need to go.
Yeah. So this episode was shot very well, and at first I didn't understand the artistic direction.
Same.
But it all made sense at the end. So it opens up with a scene we've seen before. Is like, Alfred is dancing with Commander with 3 Ks, Waterford, at like a party, and so she's like saying to herself like, you have to be this way, you have to just pretend like you like it, and all this good stuff, so that you could survive. And like it's done in this flashback scene, so it's like them at a party. He's feeling up her dress.
It looked like it was down at the whole house.
Really great Gatsby tea. Also, have you ever like put two and two together? Like Lena Dunham looks like Elizabeth Moss.
No, because maybe too brave.
Because the whole episode, I was like, why don't we call her Critter?
Little Critter. Because there's a special kind. If Lena Dunham had any attachment to the show, I wouldn't be able to watch it. That's just. Okay. I hate her.
Okay.
Well,
yeah. June. Next scene, we see June in going back to court. And she's meeting with the weird Canadian DA guy. I still don't know what he is. If he's like the prosecutor,
he's the counselor or something. Remember, he's some kind of counsel, like not an attorney, but like I don't know if he's like a mediator. He's some sort of like liaison.
Yeah, like a federal agent of the internet, like the UN federal. It's weird.
He's also Serena's baby daddy. Like I said, nigga.
Well, he Mark Twello is his name, and so he reaffirms this idea that Waterford will probably get immunity for snitching, being Sammy the bully in the situation.
Yeah.
And of course June is pissed. She's like, you gonna let this fucking rapist go free, knowing damn well what he did to me and all of us. But hey,
go off.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Yes. Go off, sis. Pop off. Periana.
Period.
Yeah.
Oh.
The way I'm going to read your ass on Tuesday, right? So, she was like, weak men, they do make the world go round. I was like, yes, June. You better shut up.
My note says June basically calls him an all men pussy.
Yeah. 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 And, you know, she's beyond mad, pissed, as she should be.
Yeah.
You know, and she's like, again, I think this is a theme of the season, like whose lives are more valuable. You know, this idea of in freedom you gotta give a little to get more. It's really bad.
Yeah.
So she's recording her video testimony.
Yes.
We don't know why at the moment, but she's recording a video testimony. Mm-hmm. I thought this was like a COVID type thing, which they make jokes about in this episode.
Little slight hints.
Yeah. And so she has so she's watching, like, she has a lot of flashbacks to, with her her violent moments with Fred Waterford. I don't want to call them intimate because they were nothing like that at all. And she keeps saying this thing, you know, like, you know, just keep quiet, don't say anything, you know, kind of stay your place kind of situation. Mm-hmm. So, we, what happened? Oh, TT Rita.
Yes. Still suffering from this slave PTSD. Yeah. Cause she can't stop serving niggas. And I should not be laughing at that. Cause June was like, you don't have to serve me. And she was like, we'll address that on the big comfy couch. Sit down, have this meal.
Right. So, I still gotta unpack that, but we can talk about that later.
She's like, yeah, girl, I'm fucked up, but right now we gotta address what's going on in the here and now. So, my next note says, I hate moist Pousse's mad face.
You know what it's like very much like, I don't know, she's like shitting.
I know.
Yeah, it's like,
I hate it.
It's like,
I hate her mad face.
Yeah. Right. It's like IBS face, and as someone who has IBS, I was like, oh girl.
Oh gosh. Please. That is so like that's a problem.
Person of IBS, girl.
You know somebody with IBS is about to come for your black ass. You know they are because they suffer.
Whatever. I wear the brown ribbon. It's fine. I don't care.
Please shut up.
I have a very sensitive digestive system.
Not the brown ribbon. Oh God. Oh.
It's very early in the morning.
No, I can't. It's
very early in the morning.
We are a problem.
Yeah.
So
they're sending Waterford to Geneva for freedom. You know, Geneva's always been one of those like mythical white people places.
I know. I was like, where is it?
Like Monaco.
Or Switzerland.
Yeah. Delaware.
I just imagine everybody
mythical white places. Yeah. Nowhere, like who? Sounds like a wonderful place.
They said it, and I'm not ashamed to admit they were like Geneva. I was like, I hear it, but where is it?
Niggas always got Swiss francs in Geneva somewhere. Who is Geneva?
Where is Geneva? Hold on. Jay, go back to geography. Fuck you. Where is Geneva?
Right.
I don't know no niggas who have been, so... Switzerland.
Listen, I don't see niggas looking at their feet in Geneva, so how am I supposed to know? Right.
It's in Switzerland. Amazing. He's going to Switzerland.
Okay, but then where's Monaco, though?
Okay,
hold up, but where's Monaco, though? Because that's also another mythical white place.
Where is Monaco? It is a sovereign city-state. Hold on, let me make this big. With 5 quarters and 10 wards, located in the French Riviera in Western Europe. It's bordered by France's Alps Maritimes department on 3 sides, with 1 side bordering the Mediterranean Sea. Oh, what country is it in?
That sounds lush.
So
it's its own country.
Yeah.
It's its own sovereign
city-state. It is. Monaco, officially Principality of Monaco, French Principauté de Monaco, sovereign principality located along the blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So it's, it's between the French Riviera and the Mediterranean Sea.
That's very rich.
That's rich as fuck. That's why we didn't know where it was at.
Yeah. We'll get there.
Yeah. Do we want to?
I was about to see, like, what's the black version of, like, that type of area? Harlem?
I think it's Ghana now.
Oh, okay. Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's Zanzibar.
Lagos.
No, Zanzibar.
Oh, really?
I would imagine. Yeah, I think so. That's where the Seychelles.
Oh, yes. That's where the cafe ole niggas go.
Yeah, nigga. I figured it out. So, yes, he's going to Geneva, that we now know is located in Switzerland.
Just go ahead.
It's Handmaid's. It's construction. It's construction.
Yeah, that's fine.
So she goes to go see him, and he tells her he's going to Geneva. And this is where I was like, is she going to...
Oh, wait. Because remember, Moist Pussy wants June to go to Geneva.
Yeah, she wants him to go and get that nigga out of here.
Well, I thought she was just going to just testify in person.
Oh, no, I thought she wanted her to go there and kill him. But I don't, maybe that's me in my dark mind.
No. She wanted June to go testify in person.
No, you're right.
Because that's why she sent the video,
the video testimony.
Mm-hmm. Again, making slight references to where we were at in 2020.
No, you're right. Because June was like, they basically were like, nothing's going to happen if I go and do this. Like, nothing's going to come of this because this nigga is he's going to be free wherever he goes.
She was feeling defeated. Kind of.
So she goes to see him at the mid-century jail cell.
You skipped a whole part.
What part?
When Waterford is testifying to the DA, and then when Sarita talks to the Canadian.
Oh, yes. Okay, no. Go. You right. Okay. My bad.
So after June is feeling defeated, they're at home, and she's talking to Moist Pussy and her face. And the next scene is Fred Waterford testifying to this little commission.
Yes.
To this girl with little starter locks.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I see it. He is they ask him questions about this one woman who he continues to refer to by her Gilead name. Which again proves the whole point of like her being captive. Apparently this woman was a doctor, and he's like denying or like pushing away or deflecting certain answers. So he doesn't fully further incriminate himself, because he's giving all this spare information out of spite, because the eyes wasn't looking out for him like that.
Right.
So
Serena's getting mad. She getting mad.
Yeah, because she in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And you know,
go ahead.
to quote Trixie Mattel, you got a lot. There's a lot of energy for safe. You know what I mean?
This is what I. So she's like getting heated, right? And she already got a lot of white woman audacity. So she takes whatever this nigga is out to the hallway.
Canadian DA.
Canadian mystery man. She takes him out to the hallway and makes this laundry list of demands. First, she's talking about how they're talking to him. She's like, they need to show him some respect. Bitch, we're not in Gilead. We're not in Gilead. Like, who has to show him respect and for what? So,
like, ma'am, you are in prison.
Right. And he is being questioned for rape and slavery. Like, extortion and racketeering and fucking, I don't know, nigga, whatever you can be charged for. That's what this nigga is literally being. This is what he's defending himself against. Right. So he don't really have a right to be called nothing.
No.
And this is not Gilead. This is not fucking Gilead. Nobody's calling you commander. So
right, it's Americanada.
So then she's like, and we need. So now she for whatever reason thinks they've gone from prisoners to ambassadors or some shit, some diplomats or some shit. She's like, we need this and a that. She has this laundry list of demands that she says that they need. And this is when we see even more so the heat between them that we knew was there. Because he was like, so you gonna live with him? And she's like, yeah, that's my husband. Of course I'm gonna live with him. And you can see the look in his eyes. Which, this is very interesting given later events in the episode.
Yes. Yes. So, because he's looking like, you know, Carl Thomas, like white turtleneck sweater type of situation.
Yeah, I wish I never met her.
Yeah, she's giving very much Paula Patton to Robin Thicke.
Yeah.
And so...
Or Shirley Murdoch.
Like, I made a song about you. No. When that video that Robin Thicke had where he was apologizing to Paula Patton and had like words like, I made an album about you. I don't care. So Gilmore Girl stops by to talk to Jew.
My note says Gilmore Girl comes by to chit and chat. They make fun of Bible stuff.
Yes. Yeah, they have a candid conversation about Gilead and what they truly believe and how we learn that the people in Gilead only really believe in the Old Testament. Which... that's too brave of a conversation.
You know, because they had some points were made.
Yeah.
Points were made.
Yeah. But the good crux of this discussion, which really put like it all in perspective, is she tells Gilmore Girl that she just can't get over Fred Waterford. Like, she just can't shake this nigga out her head. And she doesn't... You can't tell if it's like because of like I want to kill this nigga, but it's also like there's something weird going on there. There's something else.
There is,
which we find out later on.
Yes, but what I just got from it was just an obsession with the fact that he does not have the right to be free after all that he's done, and she just can't shake this. She's like, you know when they tell you like, don't wish bad on your enemies, just let them live their life and it'll crumble on their own, which valid, you know what I'm saying? And then sometimes, but a nigga imprisons you and like rapes you and beats you and all these other things. You got to get this nigga out of here. So, which is why, and another thing that came up for me when I was watching this was all of these different cases of these these girls who are victims of sex trafficking, even like right here in the States, where they be abducted in like Ohio and shit like that for years, and they kill their oppressors or whatever the case, and then all of a sudden they criminals of the system. Like, it's fucked up. It's fucked up how the system handles situations like these. And these people got to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a proper system for people who are disgusting like this, because they deserve they don't deserve the prison system, nigga. They deserve what we're going to talk about later on. But she's having a hard time because of that. She's like, why does he get to be free? Like, I cannot shake the fact that I have my freedom and now this nigga's about to have his. And I had to like go through all of this to get my freedom. This is fucked up. And Gilmore Girl, after last episode, the fire, honey, that flame emojis across the board.
She has evolved.
Let me tell you, Mama is ready to go. She's ready to go. So, go ahead.
She got her closure when her auntie killed herself.
Oh, so, yeah. Oh, that was the start. That was the start. Flames, honey. Flames.
And, you know, while Judah's sitting with Gilmore Girl, she makes a point to say a good mother would let him go, which is foreshadowing of what happens later. And she still has... So she's walking down a hallway, June is, and she's having flashbacks of when what is it, the very first episode or second episode?
I think so, yeah.
Where she, where Fred Waterford pinned her down, where they had that ceremony the first time.
I have a question. Pregnant. How many years has this show been on?
4.
4 years, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was watching the flashback, I was watching the flashbacks and watching the currents.
She was very different.
Yeah, just, peep the scene. But continue.
Oh, yeah. No, I noticed. I was like, everybody looks different.
Everybody looks different. And, this cast is mostly white. And, if you leave an avocado on your counter for 3 days, it will get old.
Or how like an apple oxidizes after 30 minutes.
Yeah. Or like if you put a bunch of bananas next to each other, they start turning black quicker. But continue.
Well, so she goes to meet with Fred Waterford. Aw, hell.
This is what I was saying earlier. I was too eager to get to it because I was trying to figure out in this scene. I was like, is she about to off this nigga right here, or is she playing the long game? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, that's what I wrote. I was just like, what is happening? Because I was like, she about to get in that ass, and I was like, wait, what you doing, Carl? What you doing? You know what I mean? So when she meets with Fred, he speaks most of the time, and he has a weird way of discussing what happens. He dances around it and calls it ceremonies and discomforts.
Not only that, this nigga refers to Offred in as a separate person. And was like, sometimes I miss Offred. She's like, yeah, sometimes I miss Offred too. And he's like, oh, we all had to, face uncertainty and turmoil, and we all had to cope and deal in our own ways. but I miss Offred sometimes. You know, Offred held me down when I needed it. And these niggas drink and cheers to Offred. And then I thought she was going to poison him or maybe slit his throat, but it didn't happen.
That's what I thought too. I was like, when she was over there, did she, you know, turn his back and then slip him a Mickey? Certainly. But no, that's not what happened.
You slip me a Mickey.
Yeah, that's not what happened. No. She was like, I miss Offred too sometimes. I miss her strength. They, you know, cheers to Offred, oofda. Like, no, this is not happening. Like, it was, and he apologizes in his own way about the discomforts in his home.
But you know what he also said that was wild? I hold no ill will, even with the things you said in court.
Yeah.
Nigga, what?
He also considered them being in a relationship too.
He did.
Yeah, he was like, you needed me to survive, and I was in a relationship with you because
I needed you to survive in my own way.
But my favorite part was what happened after that. June is in the whip with Black Luke, and she all of a sudden, it's like nobody. June, I'm gonna put Fred on the wall. It was like work, but Black Luke was like, I just wanted to go to Harold's.
He was like, wait a minute, bitch. Because they was riding around and joking and laughing about like their experiences in Boston, like the good old days before Gilead, BG. And you know, they're like, yeah, nigga, that Chinese food, that lobster sauce, nigga, it hits. Oh, the clam chowder, you know, it slaps. And she's like, I'ma put Fred on the fucking wall.
Okay. While cackling.
What? That was too good. That was too good. That was too good. That bitch, look, that bitch, that's when I was like, oh, long game. That's what I was trying to figure out now. Yeah. Long game. So she pulls up on Mark Twillo. And she pulls up on him outside his own building at his house.
Yeah, she pulled up on him at the crib.
and so he's like, we've not seen this nigga. He has been even the whole show. But he gets pissed. He's like, okay, bitch, this is crossing my motherfucking boundaries. Like, this is where I live. But she's like, yeah, fuck all that, and carjacks him verbally. She's like, you gonna take me for a ride, or you gonna give me your car. So he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. Goes off on her, and she's like, no, you're gonna give me your car. And then she apologizes to him. She's like, I'm so sorry. Gilead can make you such a cunt.
Yeah. And then here he comes being Canadian. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have understood that.
Yeah, he apologizes immediately.
No, why are you apologizing? This bitch trying to strong arm you to commit some sort of crime that you know she's capable of in front of your own crib while you in the most vulnerable state in runner's tights. You know what I mean?
Being on the toilet with your drawers around your ankles. I have a story for you.
Okay.
Because I called somebody a cunt yesterday. So,
okay.
Not proud. but I kind of am. So we go to the nail shop to get a pedicure. Me, Tristan, and Noah. That's the part where I'm not proud. So it's a good experience. We all get our pedicures. It's a nice little family day. And they're drying their toes. I got gel. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm a big mama this. I'm going to take care of this one. You know what I'm saying? He's going to take us out to dinner later, so I'll take care of the pedicures. So I go to pay, and this lady comes in while I'm, paying and talking to the lady or whatever. And I'm trying to tip them and, make sure it's dispersed evenly throughout the 3 people who gave us our pedicures and Noah her little manicure. So this lady comes in. She's white. I want you to listen to me closely, XD. She had on stockings and sandals. She had on some sort of United Colors of Benetton and a wig. Pick up what I'm putting down, friend. Williamsburg. Borough Park. Opulence. We own everything. So she comes in while I'm paying and dispersing the tips out, to the lady or whatever for everybody. And just comes up to the counter and she's like, I want a pedicure. I don't say anything. I'm still I said, okay, all right, so let's finish up what we're doing. So I go back to, handling everything. And she's like, so what, comes and asks another question. So I said, who raised you? Were you raised? I was like, you were raised to just come up and start talking to people when people are in the middle of a conversation? That's how you were raised? So she looks off into the distance like she don't hear me. And so I turn to Tristan. I said, she heard me. And Tristan goes, oh, no, she heard you. Mind you, we are all right here because this is at the counter. He's like, nah, she heard you. I know she heard you and she needs to acknowledge you. So she turns to me and she's like, I'm sorry. She was like, I didn't realize. And I was like, you did realize. Because I'm standing at the fucking counter in front of the lady. I was like, stop acting like you don't know what the fuck you're doing. I'm tired of you all doing that shit. I was like, you and all of your fellow whites do the same fucking shit. I have friends of many colors. I apologize to you. But now I'm going to say, no, you're not going to say a motherfucking thing. And so she was like, so you get to say what you get to say and I don't get to respond. No, the fuck you don't. You don't get to fucking respond, bitch. I was like, because I was in the middle of a goddamn conversation and had you used your fucking manners in the first place, I wouldn't even be talking to your ass right now. I was like, so no, you don't get to fucking respond. You get to stand there and listen to me. You get to say whatever little half-ass apology you just gave, and then you can go over there and get your fucking toes done and think about how you can get some fucking manners at 65 years fucking old. I was like, I don't give a fuck about your black friends, you old cunt. That's it.
That reminds me of a tweet that said, we're old people are only wrinkly because they're being dragged to hell. And yeah.
She hates me.
I'm glad you called her that.
I did.
I'm glad. I hope she did. I hope she had a bitter and sour taste in her mouth the whole entire day. I know she called you all sorts of racial epithets in her.
You know she did. And
you
nigga,
I
was muy urban yesterday. Head wrap.
Listen, you were the subject of the fiercest Facebook post. I know you was. But good. Someone needed to tell her that. That's also the problem with, niggas. That's why I got mad at myself when I told her that story about when the dude said, we're segregated, he. And it's just like, we got to stop, pacifying that or, not saying anything.
Or videotape. I'm not videotaping
like,
this shit, bitch. I'm gonna tell you about yourself right motherfucking now. No.
Right.
Fuck you.
Because now I'm concerned because I'm sure she was pretty damn close. In this, she wasn't no 6 foot distance, I can assure you.
And she didn't have no mask on either.
Oh, see. Thriller in Manila. You know what I mean?
She didn't have no mask on. None at all. Like, niggas are out here, by the way. But, which I was surprised that they didn't tell her to put a mask on when she came into the nail shop. I was pretty disgusted. But we had ours on. I had on, my little KN95 and all that. Noah had hers on. Tristan had his on. Because we not playing with these people. But, no, she didn't have no fucking mask on. And this bitch probably hates niggas more than she ever has in her life. But I don't give a fuck. And I'm not sitting here. I'm not sitting here. I'm not pacifying that fucking. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Y'all kiss my ass. You gonna fucking learn. If you wasn't raised by your mother, I'm your fucking mother now.
I'm the captain now. So, June convinces Martuello to give her a ride somewhere. And so they get to this spot. And so there's like a caravan and agents and a bunch of people in Ray-Bans going into this like abandoned diner, and they're like, "Are you sure about this, June?" And she was like, "Yeah, nigga, I got this. Just all I needed was a ride, nigga." Like,
but I also wanted to know. I was like, she has security. Like, are y'all not sure about your own security? What? Like, what's?
And that's what I'm also like. Ain't she supposed to be under like Secret Service? How do y'all not know her moves?
Who she's going to see? Y'all don't vet.
Right. This ain't how witness protection work.
No, and if it does, I don't want no parts. I don't want no parts.
Not at all.
Nigga, just leave me out here. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. So she ends up meeting with Commander Joseph Lawrence, White Denzel.
Commander, get out Washington.
Yeah.
And he did not fail us this episode either.
Not at all. He was his same self, and he's just like, I'm finally, June. I was waiting for you to, make, pull your move. Like,
he was like, "Oh, girl, freedom is suiting you nice."
Okay.
When I tell you he did not disappoint me this entire episode, every scene I laughed at something. Every scene he was in.
Yes.
So she sits down with him at the she sits down with him at the booth or whatever, and they start talking about Fred and how he's gonna be a great asset. That's what Mark Twillo says. And here come Commander Washington. He's lost his mind. His word means nothing. You should probably not listen to him. He's like, we just want to get Fred home where he belongs, give him the proper care and concern that he needs. So he's like, we're prepared to offer you all a deal. A monetary policy change within Gilead.
Trolling. We're gonna figure out some money situation.
And June calls him out. She's like, don't be a dick. He was like, it was worth a shot. I am bigly entertained by this white man. Do you hear me? So then he offers 22 women in exchange who thought that Mark Twillo and the Canadian government thought were dead, actually, and find out that they're not, and they're still in captivity. He offers 22 of them in exchange for Fred. And, Mark is like, we need him. He's an asset. I don't know. And this is where June uses the argument that was used with her, between Maura Poussey and biracial Bimini, that is the same argument with Hannah. This is the theme. is one person's life worth more than a few. She was like, you all need him as an asset to help free these people, but he's offering to free this amount of people in exchange for this one nigga. That's the goal. So what are we doing here?
Right.
And you could see where he's, Mark Tuello's like, okay, and gets up from the table. He needs to go think on it. And Commander Get Out tells June, you ain't lost your touch, girl. You're still good. That girl's still good. She's still good.
Yeah.
And then he confirms what he knows June wants and what he knows needs to happen. He's like, if we get him, whatever we do to him, it's still not going to be on the level of what you want or deserve. And she gives him a God bless you and walks off. Which that was, again, when are they going to get into this man's backstory and head and shit? I need to understand where he's at.
Right. So, June and Gilmore Girl and all of them are chatting, around some friendsia. And they asked June, like, what do you want? And she's like, I want him to be afraid.
Yeah.
I want him to be afraid as much as I was when they captured me.
Mm-hmm.
So if you remember, the very, very first episode was the fuck wild when you had June and Black Luke and Black Hannah, Blana, if you will, running up and down the 100-acre wood.
Yes. What were they, in a Volvo or a Subaru?
A Volvo. And then she had to, silence Blana's mouth because she was breathing too fucking hard because she was, 3.
That's how we knew that she needed to go then. You are a liability.
Yeah. Okay. You are dead weight, queen. Blana the dead weight. That's very Game of Thrones. Blana.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
My next note is okay, so the next part of this series is where it goes left. Super quickly. Yeah, it goes left super quickly. I was like, whoa, because I thought I missed a part.
Oh, so I had to rewind a few times so that I could write and then go back and just watch.
Yeah, I was like, nigga, what? Oh my gosh. So, because my note is watch Fred get released and Serena doesn't. Because that's what it looks like. He's and Mama is lawyering. Mama is being, I could do for you what Martin did for the people.
Oh yeah,
from her jail cell.
You see her on her Zoom calls, conference calls. I got a meeting at this time. I got a press release at this time. Okay, Tommy Lauren.
Right, Mama is working, and so Fred is about to leave to go to Geneva, where we just discovered is a real place.
Yeah.
And he's like, can we Zoom? She's like,
I was dying.
We can Zoom. Yes, annoyance. Yes, we all hate Zoom.
But I was between that, I was everybody hates Zoom. And also, look at this product placement. Zoom came up this year, honey. Do you hear me? And glow up, bitch. Zoom got
came
a BBL.
Through a wrecking ball. Okay.
BBL and full facial reconstruction.
And let me tell you something. As much as I hate Zoom, I'm not interested to go. I mean, luckily, our jobs is easy and we can record remotely. Mm-hmm. But it's I don't have I love Zoom. Having meetings digitally, I don't have to go nowhere to no office.
I can roll blunts in my meeting.
yeah, like it's just, I miss phase one.
Me too. The birds were
Oh,
chirping
God.
at 4:30 in the morning. Like
They were. The air was crisp and clean.
the air was crispy and clean. It's all smoggy again.
Girl, like I happened to look up at the sky for the first time, and I should have taken a picture of it from when I first moved here to now. And we're back to brown clouds.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You know. Oh my goodness. So while Fred leaves he exits the prison, he has Mike from State Farm carrying his bags. It's really weird. And so all of a sudden, he's about to get on, in his Uber on the way to the airport to go to Geneva. Yeah. Wee. Mark Twello's like, hold up there, wigger. Some shit has changed. You are now property of, the Canadian government. You're not going anywhere.
You're no longer fit for leniency.
Yeah. Took it away. Party done. No clemency for you, darling. So, they put him in the back of the whip,
The same way that they used to do them handmaids.
Same way. And they gathered him and drove him out to the America-Canada Gilead border.
This is all foreshadowing the way well, yeah, go ahead. We'll talk about it.
So, of course, Fred didn't know where the fuck he was. He was disoriented, and all of a sudden he sees Commander Get Out Washington in the middle of the road. And he's like, nah.
He thinks they're gonna take him off to kill him.
What you doing?
Yeah. He's like, y'all about to take me off here and do whatever to me. And Twillo's like, nah, brother. We about to send you back home. Patriot. Have a good time. And Waterford looks at him in his face and he starts going off. I know you want to fuck my bitch. I know you been wanting to fuck my bitch, nigga. And now you trying to get rid of me so you can fuck my bitch. And it's true. Twillo wants to fuck his bitch.
And the funny part of the whole thing is when he's going off is all like the refugees walking his line, just looking at like.
Yeah, nigga, in exchange. So they take him over to, so then, woo, baby.
He crosses the little line.
He crosses the line, and here go Denzel. The nation's prayers have been answered. Wait, this is the part. He goes, everything I did for my family, I did for my kid, I did for my, for my tribe, and I don't regret nothing. No regrets. I ain't apologizing for shit. And White Denzel goes, all right.
Because then Nick gets out the car.
Like Frank Lucas.
And that's what I was like, oh, goodness. This last 20 minutes of the show is like event after event after event. And it's just like,
my guy
holy
gets
shit.
out the car like Frank Lucas. And he's like, oh, son. So then Commander Denzel's like, would it make a difference if I objected? And Frank Lucas is like, nah. He's like, oh, okay. Womp, womp.
Yeah.
Guess you're SOL. And so he keeps calling Nick's son and trying to play on that emotional shit and all of that. And they have him tied up. And I have in my notes, get the shackles off my feet so I can dance.
Yeah.
Commander Denzel's like, oh man, I guess they have us over a barrel. Go in grace, Fred.
Yeah.
Praise be.
Damn. So they take Fred to the woods where we flash back to episode 1 of when they had, June, Black Luke, and Blana walking, running, for freedom. And so they place him in the woods, and all of a sudden June shows up, And
my notes say, let the beat build, bitch.
Yes. This scene was also very reminiscent of Endgame. So of the Avengers Endgame, because she pulls up on Fred with a gun and a whistle. And so
tongues Nick down in front of him first.
Like, in your face. And he's like, you don't have the strength to shoot me. And he was like, you're right, I don't. So she whistles this whistle she has, which, remember, in the very first episode is when they had all of the people using the whistles to gather up the troops, to gather all the people who were trying to escape Gilead to freedom.
Blow the whistle. Ooh, 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 blow the whistle.
Ooh, ooh. And this is where it was like Endgame. It's like every handmaid who done made it out of Gilead or rose up. They had
an army of bad
bitches. Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Okoye. It was every Marvel. It was just like Endgame.
It was Storm.
And yes, everybody. And when I tell you, they all ran and attacked Fred.
Yeah, army of bad bitches.
Yeah. When I tell you, Rory, from Gilmore Girls, when I tell you she let him have it almost as much as June.
Oh yeah, no. She's Mama is like all about taking back the night at this point. That's where she at.
Was Moist Pousse there?
I don't think so. She's soft.
Was Rita there?
She's traumatized.
That's fair. Oh yeah, because Moist Pussy is all like peace and love, let's forget it, and Rita's going the fuck through.
Yeah, she's going through the motions right now. She's on a roller coaster. She hates them, but I don't think she's got the kill in her.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh, I put Lion King in my notes because that's what it reminded me of. I was like, they about to have this nigga hanging off a cliff. They gonna dig their nails into his fucking heads. Like, I was like, they are chasing him like wildebeest. It's amazing. He white woman falls.
Right. We see Serena waiting for a Zoom call from Fred, which doesn't come.
Oh, hell no. Oh. And it's June's soliloquy playing right now, where she's talking about, that's what he needs. He needs it to look like love and, pretend you like it, pretend you love it. He's your commander. He's your world. Don't run. Don't bite. And then she gets that Sanaa Lathan, euphoric look from that movie. And then bites the shit out of that nigga.
Yeah. And so she goes home. Well, first of all, we get to a scene in the mailroom, and
wait, but we didn't even talk about what they did to him.
Because after and the wall, that happens later.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So she what happens right now? So like, the guy in the prison is doing mail, and so he sees that Sarita's getting mail, and he opens the package because she's in prison, and all of a sudden he pulls it out and like dumps it and screams, and it's a ring and Waterford's finger.
Ooh.
Cut to that nigga is on the wall, just like she said he would be. She put him on the wall.
Did.
And she goes home, and she immediately goes to hug up on Nichole, which you couldn't take a shower. You couldn't.
Nigga. Wait, my note says June walks in the house and goes to see Nichole with Fred's blood all over her, touching all over the crib and shit. I'm writing this as I'm watching. Then all capitals. She picks her up. She's rubbing her head.
They cheek to cheek, blood.
Nigga, this is disturbing. And Luke walks in. And Mariah Carey wall slides because he realizes what the fuck just happened. And like, a lot of things flash before his eyes in a matter of 2 seconds. And June knows what time it is already. She's like, I'm about to leave. Just give me a second.
Yeah. And she says goodbye to, little Nichole.
Yeah.
I don't understand why she has to leave. Because just because she killed somebody in Gilead don't necessarily make, I don't know, whatever.
She knows Luke can't handle that. She knows they've already been in this really weird space, and she knows Luke can't handle that.
That's fair.
Excuse me.
That's fair.
She knows he can't. That's why she's like, I'm going to go. Don't worry. I'm going to go. I just need this second, but I'm going to go. And it's her, it's June, Nichole, and the blood in the sunlight. And that was the episode.
Whew. That's a hell of a season.
That was enough.
Hell of a season.
Did you watch the burning question in the inside?
No, not yet.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
The burning question is, who is the villain now? Who's going to be the villain in the next season? Is it June? Is it... So, it was... They interviewed Serena and Fred, the actors who play them. Mm-hmm. And Serena thinks it's either going to be June... Or I forget who else she said. Fred thinks it's going to be Aunt Lydia.
Absolutely.
And when I tell you this nigga made sure that he stated multiple times throughout those little couple of minutes of that thing, I am disgusted by this nigga. I hate this character. I don't agree with shit that he says. I cringe when I have to say some of the shit. Like, he wants niggas to know he is nothing like Fred Waterford.
He probably married to a black woman and like bisexual. You know what I mean? Like every other mold outside of
every flag is hanging from his house. Okay, he is an ally.
He threw the first brick at Stonewall. He got a blue vest.
He was with the white lady standing in front of niggas in Portland. Like, my God. Woo, shit. But that's the burning question.
Thank you guys for a wonderful season of White Roots. We're gonna go into some more trauma with Serial.
Starting next week.
Yeah, and I will say that people think, I mean, it is traumatic because we're just covering a murder, but it's not as intense as this.
No, it's more.
We're covering season 1. Yeah. And plus it's a murder from 1999. Anywho, we're covering season 1 of Serial, so if you want to go back, it's available on anywhere you can get your podcasts.
Yes.
But remember, season 1 of Serial, there's 10 episodes. So you can listen to them while you're at work or while you're on a walk or wherever. They're no more than an hour. Some are even less than. So it's going to be a good time.
Mm-hmm. And then we'll have the real nigga breakdown.
Yeah. Yes. We'll see you all later on.
Bye.
And catch us on the main stage where we talk about... sorry. What did we talk about? I don't remember what we talked about today, this week on the show.
What did we talk about? Oh, yes. Because XD cheated. We talked about hosting Pride events and what we would play if we were in 2005 hosting, different Pride events in 2005. It's a playlist. I did songs specifically from 2005 and had to make them work. XD's ass did not follow the rules. So you all can go catch that on the main stage. With your black ass.
Whatever, y'all. Bye.
Bye.